Let's break it down. A new national poll on the Jeffrey Epstein scandal has delivered Donald Trump some very ugly numbers. While he calls the Epstein Files a hoax and claims he's leading on transparency, most Americans simply do not believe him. I'm Imran, a Middle East-based analyst who follows US politics and global affairs. In about 3 minutes, let's walk through what this poll actually says, what the Epstein Files are, and why these numbers should worry Trump. If you like clear, simple breakdowns like this, make sure you hit subscribe so you don't miss the next one. First, what are the Epstein Files and why do they matter? Congress passed something called the Epstein Files Transparency Act. In simple English, it forces the US Justice Department to release all unclassified documents it holds on Jeffrey Epstein, including references to powerful people and public officials in those records. Trump fought this for months, then finally caved and signed it under massive pressure from both parties. Now there's a legal deadline for those documents to start coming out. At the same time, House Democrats have already started releasing photos from Epstein's estate. Images of Trump, Bill Clinton, Bill Gates, Steve Bannon, Andrew, formerly Prince Andrew, and others in social settings with Epstein. None of those photos by themselves prove crimes, but they remind people just how close Epstein got to the global elite and why full transparency is a big deal. Second, what does the new poll actually show? The top line number is brutal. Only around 1 in 4 Americans approve of how Trump is handling the Epstein issue, while more than half disapprove. That means he is underwater on this topic by a very wide margin. When pollsters dig deeper, it gets worse. A clear majority of Americans think the government is hiding information about Epstein's death in jail and about other powerful people who may have been involved in his trafficking network. Around 7 in 10 say they believe there are still secrets being kept about who did what in that circle. Only a small minority think it's likely that Trump truly didn't know about Epstein's crimes back when they socialized together. Even among Republicans, a big chunk say they think he probably knew. Trump's base is still more forgiving than the general public. Just over half of Republicans say they approve of how he's handled the scandal, but even that is far below the 80+% support he usually enjoys inside his own party. So on this issue, his loyalists are with him, but they're not exactly enthusiastic. Quick pause here. If this kind of breakdown helps you cut through the noise, please like the video and double check that you're subscribed. It really helps the channel grow and tells me to keep making more videos like this. Third, why is this such a problem for Trump? For years, Trump and his media allies pushed conspiracy theories around Epstein to attack other people, especially Bill Clinton and the Democrats. Now, with the Epstein Files about to be forced into the open by a law he himself signed, that strategy is boomeranging. The poll shows 3 big problems for him. Credibility. When Trump says it's all a hoax or I didn't know anything, most Americans simply don't buy it. Once people decide you're not honest on a topic, every new document and photo that comes out lands harder. Control of the narrative. He's not driving this process anymore. Congress, the courts, and the Justice Department are. That means new information can drop at any time, and he has to react to it instead of setting the tempo. Broader trust issue. If voters already think he's hiding something on Epstein, it reinforces a wider story about secrecy, double standards, and abuse of power. It's not just, do you like Trump or not? It becomes, do you think this system will ever tell you the truth? So let's break it down one last time. The Epstein Files are no longer just a hashtag. They're now a law, a deadline, and a growing pile of documents and images that the public will be able to see. A new poll says most Americans think Trump is not telling the full truth. Most think the government is hiding key information, and even many Republicans have doubts about his story. Whether you think Trump is guilty of something or not, the political risk for him is clear. If the coming releases don't match what he's been saying, that trust gap will only get wider. This is Imran Breaks It Down. If you found this helpful, please subscribe, like the video, and tell me your thoughts in the comments. Do you think the Epstein Files will actually change anyone's mind about Trump, or will people just see what they already wanted to see? Share this with a friend who follows US politics. And if you're already subscribed, thank you. We'll keep breaking it down together.